Passage 5, English 11, final exam. Prepare for the Starfish Inn. Are we really planning on staying here? Sophie asked me incredulously. I feel like we have no choice, I responded. The place in question was the Starfish Inn, a motel of dubious character on the beach in Jacksonville, Florida. We ended up here largely of our own irresponsibility. It was our freshman year of college, yet yearning to escape the cold and dreary weather for the sun of spring break, we decided to head south. It was a last-minute decision. We did not make any reservations anywhere. When we arrived in Florida, we tried to book a room in a decent, affordable hotel. After visiting 6 hotels and finding no vacancy, we stopped at an information booth. A kind and helpful woman delivered the discouraging news that if we didn't have reservations anywhere, it would be very difficult for us to possess lodging. She recommended that we check a couple of places, but they all seemed far beyond our limited budget, which was small. Then she said the Starfish Inn was reasonably priced, but she would not want her daughters to stay there. So there's how we got in this predicament. After paying the proprietor of the motel, we dragged our luggage to the room, where we opened the door with a great trepidation. The room was a starfish-themed nightmare. Everything was in shades of blue, green, and turquoise, and with real and depicted starfish on nearly every surface, so the place looked like it hadn't been redecorated since 1975. With grim determining, we shuffled across the somewhat gritty floor to further check out the place. The couch was threadbare and lumpy and not exactly inviting. The television was equipped with a rusty, flimsy antenna, which reminded me of the television that my grandpa kept in his basement workshop. On the downside, however, the small kitchen was so rickety that I was afraid to actually use it. On the plus side, the room did have a kitchenette, so we could save money by cooking some meals inside. Confronted with all of these problems, Sophie and I decided we had one option: to make the best of it and enjoy ourselves. We thought it was time to escape the pseudo-undersea atmosphere of the room and enjoy some real ocean views. 61. Largely of. Is that A, no change, B, instead of, C, because of, D, in part of? That's it. 62. Yet. Is that F, no change, G, and, H, but, or J, where? 63. Stopped at. Should that be A, no change, B, were stopped by, C, had to stop in, or D, will stop at? 64. Possess. Which choice provides the most appropriate image? F, no change, G, secure, H, capture, or J, grab? 65. Budget, which was small. Should that be A, no change, B, budget, C, budget, our budget was pretty typical for college students, or D, budget, I wanted to have enough money left to buy souvenirs? 66. Theirs. Is that F, no change, G, it is, H, that is, or J, there is? 67. Where we. Is that A, no change, B, so, C, we, or D, delete the underlined portion? 68. Surface. So the place looked like it hadn't been redecorated since 1975. Is that F, no change, G, surface, the place looked like it hadn't been redecorated since 1975. H, surface, looking like it hadn't been redecorated since 1975. Or J, surface, the place looked like it hadn't been redecorated since 1975. 69. With grim determining. Should that be A, no change, B, determined, C, determination, or D, determine? 70. Equipped with a rusty, flimsy antenna. Should that be F, no change, G, with a rusty, flimsy antenna, H, with a rusty, flimsy antenna, J, with a rusty, flimsy antenna? 71. Kept. Is that A, no change, B, will keep, C, does keep, or D, keep? 72. The end of that paragraph. For the sake of unity and coherence, sentence 5 of this paragraph should be placed F, where it is now. G, immediately before sentence 2. H, immediately before sentence 3. Or J, immediately before sentence 4. 73. The writer would like to conclude the final paragraph with the sentence that shows the shift in attitude she and her friend Sophie experienced. Which choice would best accomplish this? A, I begrudgingly accepted the fact that our motel room was terrible as we headed to the beach. B, as the old saying goes, when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. C, we headed to the beach moaning about our crazy motel room. Or D, I decided that my next spring break trip will definitely not be in Florida. Questions 74 and 75 ask about the preceding passage as a whole. 74. The writer is considering the addition of the following sentence to the essay. I couldn't help but be reminded of one of the most fascinating facts about starfish, that if you chop one up, the new starfish will grow from each remaining stump. Given this statement is true, should it be added to the essay, and if so, where? F, yes at the end of the second paragraph because the lady at the information booth mentioned the Starfish Inn. Adding the sentence would be an effective way for the writer to foreshadow the trouble she and her friend would soon have at the motel. G, yes at the end of the third paragraph because the writer had just finished describing the starfish theme of the room. H, no, because it is evident that the writer is not interested in scientific facts. J, no, because a scientific statement would be out of context in an essay describing her personal experiences of the writer and her friend. 75. Suppose a travel agent hired a writer to write an article warning of the possible hazards of being unprepared for vacation. Does this essay successfully fulfill the assignment? A, yes, because the first paragraph clearly states the writer and her friend traveled to Florida. B, yes, because the essay gives an example of what can happen when you don't make reservations before going on vacation. C, no, because the essay is primarily intended to be a humorous story about being forced to stay at a dilapidated motel. Or D, no, because the essay concerns college students and does not consider that others may also be unprepared for a vacation.